This is the poem one. It's an AI clock, updates once every minute with a new little AI poem. They're all pretty terrible, but it's an interesting bit of hardware. I'm using it because up there on the vest board, Kitty asks me questions over there. And I know working with e-ink paper is really easy nowadays, but this bit of hardware is really good. It just gives me an API I can send that to. Anyway, that's not what this video is all about. This video is the May 2026 Patreon question and answer video, where I answer questions that have been asked over on Patreon and also in the questions down below YouTube videos. And I haven't bothered turning the lights on because I'm about to go over to the Viso studio. But I'm going to answer the first question now because it's about this desk. Take you off there again. Fran asked, what's the surface of my desk? Or what's the surface made of? It's not, it's this cutting mat here. It's just a plain old but big cutting mat. And I think I've got some more. Yeah, it's just a bigger version of one of these. It's just I really like it because it gives a texture that's better than the surface, and it also gives a sense of scale and lets me keep things straight. So the answer to that question, nice and quick, it's just a cutting board that I use for cutting and folding stuff. With that, let's go to the Viso studio. This video is going to be a little bit strange because I've got to drive all the way down to Falmouth at the weekend, then back up again, and the 31st is the last day of the month when this video is supposed to come out. So I'm going to try and cram everything in today and tomorrow. It's not going to work. This probably isn't getting out till Monday. Let's find out how we get on.
Well, good morning. Hi. Turns out I didn't get to record anything in the Viso studio the other day. I was too busy doing Viso stuff and work. Anyway, one of the other questions I need to answer was how do I get my pens to line up when I'm changing colours? I think we answered this in one of the SVG videos where I talked about making a calibration file. I'll link to that again down there and probably up in the corner. But we'll go in and I'll show you what I mean once again about how I line colours up. Alright,
I've just changed some settings on the camera because I think I've been recording in the wrong mode for like the last several videos. So this is either going to look worse, better or different. Not that really matters. So I wanted to answer the question about how we calibrate and line up pens. The suggestion from the previous video about making a calibration file from SVG, just to reiterate here, is I put these little dots on each corner and then we have a file that draws a little mark on each of those. So when I put a pen in, I see the marks. When I switch to a different pen, I can run it again and see if they all line up. So that's how I adjust it. And I think this question came up because this month's post to the patrons was this design here, which has lots of stripes on it. So the second suggestion I have is not to care and not worry about it. In this case, I didn't worry about it. It's close enough and you can't really tell unless they're majorly off. So most of the time I don't bother, but these pens are kind of triangular in shape. So here we go. So they're not even all the way around, and if you put it in that way or that way, then it's going to adjust the nib ever so slightly. So I always try to make sure I put it in the right way. There's a third one which James has over here, and he's using fountain pens that are notoriously difficult to line up. So he's printed a 3D adapter for those pens that you can fasten to the pens. So when he puts them in, they're always at the same depth all the time. So if you're just doing general plotting, then any of these solutions are not worrying. If you start using a specific pen all the time, then I would go to the solution of 3D printing something that you attach to all of the pens, and then you can pop them into here. Anyway, that's how I line up pens. I tend not to. If I do, then I use these little dots here. That's my solution. I'm going to drop this footage into the edit now to see whether I need to shoot it again or if it's okay. Alright, I'm looking at the colours in Final Cut Pro and they seem to be slightly different. The earlier footage is lighter, this footage is darker. It's still a little odd around the yellows. I'm not quite sure if it's right yet, but it's not so bad that I can't use it. But maybe I should switch to DaVinci Resolve, and maybe that's the answer rather than Final Cut Pro. Anyway, I can use that footage. Let's see if there's any more questions from YouTube. So this one was, that's a good one. This video was super interesting. Could you make another video going deeply into NFTs and how we can protect our digital art? That is a great question. Lots of people asking that at the moment as digital art is going all over the place. I don't think I'm going to be able to make a video going into NFTs deeply. I am looking at this. I have a project that I'm working on at the moment It's called Deep Keep. We're starting to talk about it soon, but it really is towards archives and cultural heritage, things like that, and personal connections, but it does involve born digital things, quite like the slogan on the back. But yeah, it's something we're looking at, not NFTs particularly, but it is a big, huge problem. So I'm not going to answer that, but yeah, we're looking at it. We're talking to people about it. What else we've got here? Port Wayne says, it's not a question. I bought a pen plotter recently. Without your lessons, I would never have the courage to start. Thank you. It's an absolute pleasure. Welcome to the club of working pen plotters. They're really great fun. Hopefully, the more the lessons, more the tutorials will help you even further. Although once you get started, it's very easy just to carry on yourself. All right. Make Something says, oh man, the clay 3D printer would be amazing. Congrats on that. Yeah, so Chris, who is the sculptor, has finally managed to work out the consistency for the clay and all the tooling around it, and has got a successful body printed on it of one of his designs, which is great. I'm going to grab his file and then open up, because it's G-code. So in the same way we opened up the SVG file, I'm going to open up that G-code file and then start to work out how I could recreate it, but using code instead. I think I might be able to do some of that next week. So that's something to look forward to. That should be fun. And I think that's probably it for the moment. I'm going to head out now and then I think edit this from the hotel. So a couple more questions might pop up, but otherwise let's keep it short and snappy this week. All right. Oh, how do I stop this?
Going to shoot a little bit of video down here when I got to Falmouth, but instead I went to sleep. But I'm here now and I've got to get up tomorrow morning. I haven't seen any more questions up here, but I just wanted to chat a little about the format of this video, because I've been having some thoughts.
See, that's what I'm talking about. This sunrise here, and I think I missed it from the time it took me to get from my hotel room, which is just over there, to out here. It's gone from sort of pinks and purples to orange. So yeah, I kind of missed that, but right, let's talk about formats. Where can I put you down? So I used to make weeknote videos where I'd just record like a visual diary each week and then publish it, and that was to get used to using all of this equipment and getting it all set up, which clearly still haven't got used to. And then I started the tutorials, and I didn't want them to be too straight-laced. I've noticed recently there's been a bit more of the video log journaling creeping into those tutorials, and I'm fine with that, but I'm missing the sort of the getting to chat with you part. This bit used to happen weekly, so I'm feeling like the Q&A is a chance to actually chat a little bit, which is what the questions and answers are, until we finish all the tutorials and we get back to what we're doing before. I'm not sure that once we've got back there we're going to go back to the weekly videos. I really want to, but that's a thing for the future. That's a format thing. I think these Q&As are going to become a bit more of a monthly vlog and Q&A thing. I don't know. These things just turn into whatever they're going to turn into, don't they? Right. On that note, I'm going to go get some breakfast and then contemplate life choices. Not really. I'm glad that he picked Falmouth University as a place to go to and I have to drive up and down. It's great.